from Lenny Locksmith. We're going to do a video on the IM608, which is right there, versus the Autopropad G2. And we're going to see which one I think is better and what I recommend, and we'll go from there.
All right, so basically this is how I would look at it over here. It's very simple. When I work, like a lot of the Fords, the GMs and stuff like that, I'll go to the Autopropad. I don't know if it's, just in my mind mentally, but I plug in real quick, get it done real quick. Seems like it goes a little quicker than the IM608. It might not necessarily be true, but in my head, I feel like that's what happens. Now, also another reason why on a lot of the smaller jobs like the GMs, the Fords, Chrysler, also I could always look, they have a good app, okay, that you look on the Autopropad, like I use it on my cell phone. And I always, even though I know, I always look at every job. It'll tell you what, if you got to do by vehicle, by type, especially with Hondas, it's really good where it'll tell you the sequence on what to do, on how to do it, and if it can do it, which is really good. Like on some of the GMs with Autopropad, say you get some kind of car, and believe it or not, you wouldn't type that vehicle. You would say say you're doing a Chevy Suburban. I'm just giving you a crazy example, which is not necessarily true. Say a Chevy Suburban, but the Autopropad tells you to do, by vehicle, Chevy Cruze, year so-and-so. It'll tell you how to do the programming, which is good. So that's a big positive, a huge positive, which really even keeps this machine, in my mind, from me using it. I think that's the biggest point of it. Realistically, they're about the same with regular jobs, as far as regular jobs. So honestly, if they didn't have that app, I probably would just say forget about it and just use the IM608. That's how big that app psychologically, not that I wouldn't know how to do it on this machine, because I could just scan it by the vehicle, but I like just knowing in my head, showing. That's one of the only downturns I don't like about the IM608. You could look up to see if they could do the job, okay? But they don't tell you how to do the job, okay? Which which Autopropad doesn't. That's a big thing, But necessarily, would you get through it without it? Of course you would. But it just saves time, energy, and just with your head knowing that you know what to do before you get to the job is huge. So I like that about that. I think for some crazy reason, just this little wire right here plugging into the OBD, and this seems a little faster than, I don't know why, it's not much of a difference, but mentally, I don't know, I think it's just a little faster, Downside about the Autopropad, which I don't like, is you get a lot of stupid errors for no reason at all, and then you redo it again, same thing, and it goes. I don't know if the new machine, I have the G2 Turbo, I don't know if the new one got a lot of that stuff out. I don't have it, but that's one of the downfalls about with that one. I like the old original, the Pro, I guess, whatever it was. Not the Lite, but the Pro. But they discontinued it, and they wanted everybody to buy this, which I don't think was a great, I don't think that was a good look for them, because they should have kept that machine and still been able to update it. I didn't like that they did that, because I liked being tied right in directly to the OBD. I don't like this Bluetooth crap, to be honest with you, I really don't. Even when I use Autel, which I could go Bluetooth on practically everything, I still I hardline it into the USB with that. That's one thing I don't like about this. And there's wires, supposedly, I think that could go right in hardline, but I don't have them. I looked around for them, I can't find them. I don't know if, I tried doing the Autopropad Pro and plugging in now, it doesn't work. Maybe there's some way to do it, but it's just not even worth the aggravation. So, great machine. I love that they show you what to do. Will I always use it? Of course I will. Okay, now let's go to the IM608. Now you heard me really diss everything about them, but they really are. This is probably, if I had to say, probably better than the Autopropad, and I'm going to tell you why. One, they probably do what Autopropad could do, probably the IM608 could do every single thing, okay? But the Autopropad can't do all what IM608 can do, okay? They have, yeah, BMW on Autopropad and all that, but nobody's using it like that. I find everybody's using the IM608 for BMW and Mercedes. It's excellent. I've been using it. You know, I've done other videos you could watch. I think they're excellent. Also, they do a lot more cars than Autopropad, you know, like Range Rover, this, that, and the other. There's a lot of cars that they do that this machine can't do. That's what I think is a major good point. The only thing I knock on the IM608, again, I'm going to say that they have the app, which you could see, you know, what you could tell if the machine could do it, but that's really basically it. I want really go through this system, go, you know, if they want us to, you know, do it by the vehicle, by, you know, all the different things. You like to know, peace of mind, the best way to go. That, if they would do that on that app, forget it. I think that I wouldn't even take this machine out, to be honest with you. I would just keep this machine, do this machine, and use it all the time. You know, like I said, BMW is huge. If you really want to take your locksmith into the next level, you want to be a regular locksmith, do the basic cars, the hard jobs, send them out to another technician, another guy, another company, whatever, then the Autopropad's for you. Don't get me wrong, I still love the machine and I still say it's a must-have, but if you really want to take it to the next level, IM608 is definitely the next level. Okay, now, also I don't like what happened with Toyota, how we lost the all keys lost function on that. Don't like that one little bit. Don't like that they originally had Volkswagen and got rid of that. You know, the where you can you know, you pay and you could get actually the PIN number and all that stuff. I didn't like that happened. There was a few moves I didn't like. Maybe it was out of Autel's hands and there was nothing they could do. But I kind of didn't like that. Okay. As far as Volkswagen, now I've done videos on doing it, a Volkswagen with this machine. What was it? The Z-Full, and actually, I forgot the other machine that I used. But how to do a Volkswagen when you have to take the cluster out. Would I recommend Autel with Volkswagen doing it like that? No. Can they do it? Yeah, they can. The best machine, I know it's not in the video, Z-Full by far, I think is the best for Volkswagen. Okay, if you don't have the actual Volkswagen software. I'm actually in process of getting the Volkswagen software, probably within about a week. I already paid for it, already got it coming on the way. I'm gonna get the Volkswagen software so I could do all the Volkswagen, which I think is huge. But getting back to this, BMW's excellent, Mercedes, naturally we could go up to what, basically 14, 13. It's excellent. Which one would, if I had to choose, if they had a bag and I say I only could use one machine, I would pick the IM608 just because of the other cars that it could do. But for convenience, and I love the app, I love the, you know, the Autopropad. If you're a basic guy, if you're a real basic guy and don't know, and especially just starting out and learning locksmithing, car locksmithing, Autopropad is your buy. Don't buy this one. Buy the Autopropad because you could get the app, you could do it fast, you could do everything, and it does all the general cars. If you want to take it to the next level, you get the IM608. Okay. Don't get me wrong, you could still have the IM608 and start out and say, hey, you know what, it's not that hard. I could, you know, if you know, once you log in and you get inside the system, you could hit a button and it could read the car, and it basically, you know, you could do the hot function or the control unit, and it's pretty simple. But I would recommend the Autopropad for basic stuff, just starting out. You want to take it to the next level, I would do this. And there's a few things that, like Chrysler, for some crazy reason, even though this machine could do it, I always use this, you know, especially with the star connector and stuff like that. But don't get me wrong, when there's like like if I'm gonna do a ProMaster, which I'm not sure, I never looked it up, and I don't think Autopropad could do it. I always do it on my IM608. See, that's another reason. The expanded cars that the IM608 is more, you know. I still love the machine. I'll still probably eventually even get the G3, or if they come up with a new machine, just to have it. But IM608 edges with that. You know, it's a toss up. It really depends on the locksmith. Like I said, if you're beginning and you're starting out, this is the Autopropad's the way to go. If you're taking it to another level, I think the IM608 is the way to go. And it's great to have them both. I have them both in the car. All right, I hope this video helps you. And I'm sure I'm gonna get some DMs over here about the video, asking questions, but I recommend them both. And if IM608 people, Autel's listening, get the app better. Get it where you can tell people how to program it. People love that kind of stuff. The biggest knock on Zedful, and I've always said it, and I mentioned it a million times to people, and all of a sudden it came out with like a guide to kind of help you, is have those guides to guide you through the programming. It's one thing to say you could do the car, show the people, even though I know it's kind of self-explanatory, and don't get me wrong, when I know it could do the car, I'll get through it. I'll always get through it, even if I never did it. But have the guide say, do it this way, do it that way is the best way to go, and you'll have no problems, you know. And that's the only knock I really have on Autel. Both great machines, but and that's it. Take care.